We all know Genshin Impact is a miserable game.
Love of God! For the love of God!
But you know what's even more miserable? Losing my sanity for a quest that's been out for years. Die! So come along as I make the terrible mistake of finishing this damn quest. Oh god, this is the worst decisions of my life. Basically, Rana told us to follow her until we made a withering zone. After withering said withering zone, we discussed about the ARANARA. We were out to Vimara village. Simply teleporting to the village, we had to first talk to this old man. Trust me, this old man is more useful in the story than my lazy ass. Then Rana talked about making a night watch for the children, and we asked him about the ARANARA for more information. And as usual, he doesn't even know what we're talking about. We were forced to follow Rana again, but the game suddenly decided to make us walk so slow that it made me rage quit. Walking tortuously slow, we meet a new character, Alfonso, an apprentice from Fontaine, and acts as an older brother for the children. And we talked about the missing children, I don't even know which ones, and then suddenly 3 kids came running towards us out of the forest, and we had to race against them to Rana's house. As the evil person I am, I absolutely decimated these kids. After running to Rana's house, one of the 3 kids, Sudabe, said he will marry Rana when he grows up. These kids have better dreams than I will ever do in my real pathetic life. And we were told by Nana that we need to clean another withering zone, which for me was a pretty simple task. Cleaning the withering zone wasn't that hard, and ironically, the hardest part was me finding a bunch of random crocodiles I have crossed. Oh damn, this crocodiles, bro. Well, that's it. And Rana had to ruin the moment by telling me to murder some more crocodiles. And this pissed me off so bad, I decided to just let Rana do all the fighting. Since I just read on the Genshin Wikipedia that NPCs don't actually die in missions and... Come on, you got this. Alright, that's taking way too long. Boy, the way Rana fights makes me so pissed that I just did the mission as it was intended to be, because I hate these types of missions where I see NPCs fighting
And they're not doing a single word of damage.
Rana was sweet and happy enough to ask us about how our condition is. Yes, Rana, I am feeling so fucking fine. I am done of dealing with crocodiles and dealing with withering waves. I am done.
Bye bye.
No, I said withering waves by accident. I just meant your withering sounds. I just can't deal with it. And we have to went to camping. Yay, camping! As if that will reduce my stress in this. We decided to find this radish-looking house, and then Rana said she's going to set up the campsite. And they said, hey, let's help you with setting up the campfire. I said, yeah, let's go do chopping wood. But no, Rana has to say, oh no, you don't need to read it. You just need to bring some dried branches. And now the game is telling me to collect firewood. How could they, instead of using the action to chop some wood, no, I have to find some firewood like a little lady. Oh no, fire. So scary! Oh no, it's not like I caused genocide! We lit the campfire and we sat down and talked about the ARANARA, known as forest people, that are somehow related to the Dendroarchon. Inside Nara, we returned to Vimar village to rescue Yotham, and in front of the cave we met some very kind merchants, which I absolutely made them falter their demise. A cutscene plays as we enter through the cave, and then we met some very kind Fatui agents, which we kindly talked them away.
I just want to talk to him.
Talking with the Fatui agents wasn't enough, as I had to clean another fucking withering zone, and after destroying the 2-mineral withering, we rescued Yotham and found Rana sleeping in the same fucking bottle as Yotham. Yo, bro. Wake up, wake your ass up, bro. Pay that brand, bro. You gotta pay the rent. Rana, wake up, bro. After talking with Paimon, we finally meet our first ARANARA named Arana, who told us we need to go to Vanarana to get a Bija in order to heal Rana. We then took a small peaceful boat ride and helped some nice merchant alongside the way. Die, motherfucker, die! Oh, I love killing you! Ah, yes, slaughter! This is insanity! Die, you family of mushrooms! No one cares about you other than slaughtering! After my corny rampage, we finally reached Vanner in the forest. We played the rhythm of the Great Dream under this random tree thingy. Then we were forced to chase some dendro particles, but don't worry, I used the power of editing to completely speed up the boring part. Finishing the little challenge, we grab our treasure and then immediately meet another Vanarana named Arama, who told us that the Vanarana we were in was actually the fake one, and in order to enter the real Vanarana, we had to help them first, so the rest of the ARANARA wouldn't be afraid to meet us. Firstly, by exterminating an innocent family of fungi. Secondly, by having to break some bunch of rocks blocking a door. That's it. What do you expected? Thirdly, by exterminating more families of fungi, but this time, I'm justified to do so because the little one actually hit at me first. While we were going to the next place, we met some whopper flowers, which I absolutely put them back to eternal sleep. We finally meet Arama, who basically told us to deal with the whopper flower, which by its description sounds like some Twitter users. We were finally granted access to the real Vanarana. We played the rhythm of the Great Dream and completely butchered the pronunciation of the real place. What the fuck? Mahavanarana. Sorry if I'm butchering this. Mahavanarana. We found Arama and we agreed to go to Araja, which Araja told us to do Festival of Strava, which was absolutely necessary in order to even accumulate a bija. We found Arapakati, who told us to find 4 little guys who kicked them all out because of their cooking. Don't ask me why. We found our first ARANARA and we woke him within the power of weed. No, seriously, I literally woke this guy up by throwing grass at him. We had a small discussion about the philosophical meaning of time, and our main task was to find the greatest starshroom in all of Teyvat. The mafia boss of all the mushrooms in Teyvat. That is extremely very. I don't know the word what to say. I feel emotional at this moment. Like, it'll be overreacting too much. After my big reaction to the Starshroom, we finished the quest easily and we unlocked a new recipe for a reward. We then meet our second ARANARA, this little chef. As you can see, it was not having it because we ate his soup, but I just simply put the blame on Paimon as usual. And it ranted about how water had a huge impact on the soup's aroma. I don't think soup works like that, my guy. But anyways, we went to the river, simply got the water, and then finished the quest by rage baiting the guy even further. Saw this giant tube of water in the sky called the Varnostra. Met Arapantu, completed the quest and went for Aranakuta's quest. Walked around without getting noticed and finished the quest after talking to some sad yada yada and more dialogue. Then met this ruined gargoyle searching for Arabalika and then found out the unread power of burning damage. I didn't even manage to finish my words. This motherfucker did burning damage, bro. Why? Look at this, look at this. If I just do burnage, burn damage is literally enough. Look, come on, use your burn damage. Oh my god. I'm not even doing anything, bro. It's just the burn. Watch how I'm gonna beat this guy with just burning damage. Not even doing. And bro, it's gone. Then unlock this quest with the Varuna contraption from the Arapandus quest in Apem Woods. Following this check-in, it basically guided us to the Varuna contraption that basically changes the weather on Apem Woods from rainy or sunny. For our second damned quest, we were forced to play another useless melody in front of some flowers, met another dude named Aryasa, by the looks of it, a bard, and we were forced to play more melodies. Skipping all that dialogue, we unlock another rhythm to clean another withering zone. Along the way, we committed actual acts of canon manslaughter. After committing that act of manslaughtering, I found this man looking offensive, which immediately caused me to kill him and his friend. When I finally arrived to the location, I have noticed some red arrows. Turning around and seeing two little mushrooms, my murderous instincts told me to wage war on all of them. After my intense murderous satisfaction, we played the melody and we finally entered the gloomy path. Wow, what a shocker. It looks gloomy for sure. So gloomy in fact that I absolutely caused genocide out of my sadness for this place. After clearing out the first withering zone, we had to clean the second one, and my gloomy rampage continued on. Meeting more nice merchants, but the traveler was definitely feeling a bit gloomy there with her responses. Witnessed some planned transfusion, tomfoolery, and got whatever this end result was. Starting getting shot down by magical homing missiles while trying to clean out the withering zone. Not a very pleasant experience, I must say. After dodging those missiles, I finally destroyed a source and let the forest flourish with greenery once again. For our next quest, we entered this abandoned mecha ruin guard. We solved the puzzle and activated its reserve energy systems, which also conveniently opened its cockpit door, and I immediately took control of the damn thing as it was Shinji and started spamming the attack button because I felt like I was in a Pacific Rim, carelessly ignoring the warning because I am built different. And in this scene, you can obviously see the pure power behind this abandoned mech as it decimates the ground into freaking bits. Then I got immediately thrown off a cliff, the Superman landing and meeting an Abyssal Herald, which my murderous instincts told me to absolutely and brutally kill it.
That doesn't work. Okay. Alright. He's dead. That was easier than expected.
Use the power of wheat to ironically wake another plant. I guess ARANARA smokes joints now. After this, we saw Apakati scolding his siblings, I suppose, and upon finishing this damn useless part of the quest, I screamed in happiness like a slave having his first freedoms ever.
Finally! Finally! Let's go! I have been set free by the curses! Damn you, ARANARA, I will never come back again.
Eventually, we meet another ARANARA named, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, and for a record, I am using mobile because of technical issues. And all it did was basically lore bomb me with stuff I don't even know about. Then we get to play this stupid theme song that actually goes pretty damn fire. For our final quest, we were forced again to meet up with Arana in the Ashvatha tree, and finally get the Peja to cure Arana. However, we encountered another withering zone, which we were again forced to clean. After successfully cleaning out the tumor, we only found out the entire tree has been infected with the Marana, and the only way to resolve this was to plant a new one. We walked among the remains of the old Varanana, where it was previously imprisoned. The withering avatar has completely colored everything, and if it doesn't stop growing, it will seriously eat up all life on this earth. Unfortunately, it wasn't in its full strength, which caused my murderous instincts to reactivate and start beating the shit of the avatar. But unfortunately, the game only allowed me to use the Traveler due to lore purposes in this fight. Before the final hit, a cutscene plays out, and the Avatar pretty much wasn't going to let all that punishment slide and was going for a nuclear strike before ARANARA stepped in and decided to be the main character. And with that intense scene and with the power of friendship and memories and my endless suffering through this entire quest, we eventually killed the Avatar, finally ending the source of all the problems we've encountered. We finally said our goodbyes with this absolute G and watch as he sacrificed himself to be the new Ajvara tree, playing one last melody to finally get the thing we've all been dying for, the Bidja. I begged for the suffering to end. Please end it. Motherfuck! We finally woke up Rana, and this bitch, without even saying thank you, just decided to yap about unnecessary, borderline selfish nonsense! And what the fuck do you mean to be continued? I fucking hate this guy!